Dang it! Recovery on my collarbone had been going super well. Better than I could even have imagined. Until, and let's hold that thought, because about 10 or 11 days ago I prepared a nice happy video saying where things were at, and I even uploaded it onto YouTube. But before I had the opportunity to hit that make public button, my world came crashing down. So let me just play that for you first. It's only about 5 minutes, and then we'll come back and I'll tell you where things are really at. Okay, it is Wednesday, a little over 3 weeks to the Ultra Trail Cape Town and 3 weeks since my shoulder surgery. So I have managed to do a little bit of running in the last week. Not bad, happy with that. But what I feel I need to do now is go out and get some elevation into my legs, because there is 5,000 meters of gain in the Ultra Trail Cape Town and I haven't been doing much climbing, so I'm going to go out and do that right now. Alright, so I've come down here to Bray. And the plan is just to go up and down to Bray Head, see how much vert we can get in. Well, there we go. 10 ups and downs. I didn't set out to do 10, but once you kind of do 8 or 9, can't stop there, right? So, no, very happy with that. I'll head back to the house. I'll let you know how I got on. Alright, and now I am back in the house. But now it's Friday morning and I'm about to go out for a long run. So let me do that, and then we really will have a chat on where I'm at, what the game plan is, and the fact that we're now 3 weeks out from the Ultra Trail Cape Town. Okay, we'll talk later. Saturday morning, exactly 3 weeks before the start of the Ultra Trail Cape Town in South Africa. So let me tell you where I'm at with my training and fitness. Overall, very happy. Couldn't believe it when the doctor gave me a green light last week to start back running, so that really allowed me an opportunity to build slowly and then come into this week with an opportunity to start doing some more focused runs. So I started with a kind of a punchy run at the beginning of the week, and I felt so. Then I did the up and down Bray Head 10 times. Again, felt fine, but it didn't really feel like a test because I was walking up and then just kind of jogging slowly down. So, you know, it felt fine, but I wasn't really sure how my body was reacting, other than the fact that, yeah, look, the climbing was good. And then yesterday, the long run, so it was about 17 and a half miles. That went very well, and that was the first run where I really felt, okay, things are now getting back to normal and I kind of feel smooth, so I was very happy with that. So this week, or at least in the last 7 days, I've ran 53 miles. I'll go out later on today and I'll do another 8.5 miles. I have a nice loop that takes me down both piers here in Dunleary, so that would be nice, and that then sets me up for a longer trail run tomorrow. So I haven't had a proper trail run since the Eco Trail 6 weeks ago, so looking forward to that. So that then just leaves the other preparations, we'll say, so essential kit and things like that. And I'll do a video next week with regards to gathering all that together. But one thing I am waiting on, which could be a problem tomorrow actually now that I think about it, is that 3 weeks ago I decided to take my one and only rain jacket with me on that fateful cycle, which subsequently got cut off me in the ambulance. So in Marie Kondo style, I thanked it for its service as it got chucked in the bin. So waiting on a new jacket, which should arrive early next week. I know it's in transit anyway at the moment. And there are a few other bits and pieces that are required that are a little unusual. You need thermal leggings in addition to rain leggings. You need a bandage of a very specific kind of length and width. So I shall gather those together. Yeah, and so looking forward into the week ahead, the plan would be to get up into that similar to this week. So after today's run, I should have slightly over 60 miles, or in or around 100 kilometers done for the last 7 days. I'll look to do something similar next week, and then we'll start pulling back in anticipation of the race 2 weeks later. The other thing I am going to have to give some thought to is my running pack. At the moment I'm kind of a little sensitive if anything touches my collarbone, so I just want to see whether I'm going to be able to wear a running pack or whether I need to consider something a little more unorthodox, let's just say. So that'll be part of the next video as well. So one other thing I should mention is that a very good friend of mine in South Africa has asked if I would run for a charity that is very close to his heart called Run for Rhinos. So I've agreed to do that. I'll put a link in the description below, but I'll know more on that next week, so I'll talk more about that in the next video. So I'll leave it there for now. I'll fill you in again next week on my progress towards the Ultra Trail Cape Town in South Africa. But for now, can't wait to get back out on the trails tomorrow. It's been too long, so happy days. Okay, tune in next week. See that guy? So happy, so optimistic, so oblivious to what was just around the corner. So what did happen? I went out for that 8.5 mile run, and while I was out, I was set upon by a large dog off its lead. It caused me to jerk my shoulder. I knew immediately I'd done some damage in there, and it hasn't been right ever since. So that's 10 or 11 days ago, so something's not right. So where does that leave me now? Well, come with me on this journey and we'll find out. Well, that went very well indeed. Doc said it all looked good from a bone perspective. I was asking him why was I feeling this tension in my shoulder and feeling that things were wrong, and he said, yeah, you obviously twinged it, you probably got some inflammation, and that's what's causing that, but the bone itself is healing perfectly well. He's happy with it, back in 4 weeks, but for now, all good. Okay, I'm going to keep moving here, and we'll talk more later. Alright, just back in for my first run in a couple of days. Happy with that, solid. Decided to do 1 mile easy, then 4 miles hard, took a short breather, another 4 miles hard, and then 1 mile home. So just decided to put a little tension in the legs after a couple of days off, but from now on it'll be primarily nice easy running. Want to start that race in a 1.5 weeks time, so let me get showered and we'll close this video up. So man alive, this UTCT has already been a roller coaster of highs and lows, and I haven't even got to the start line yet. So while that might have been quite an intense run there, and that's it now, it'll be almost exclusively easy running from here on in. I want to get to that start line in Cape Town. So as mentioned, I will be running for the charity Fit for Rhinos. There's a link in the description below. What they basically do is look after the orphaned rhinos, baby rhinos, when the parents have been killed by poachers. Not your everyday charity, but a noble one nonetheless. So yeah, that's it. UTCT is very much back on the cards. I will be running and hopefully I will be racing. And as it stands right now, all roads lead to Cape Town. Tune in next week.